Hey guys, in this video I'm going to teach you how you can create a model using HTML, CSS and also JavaScript. So here is a demo of this project. I'm going to click on the click to open. I'm able to see the model has been appeared inside my screen. I'm able to see the header section, image, content and also footer section. So I'm able to use close button to close the model, and also I'm going to use the cross sign to close it, right? So I'm going to teach you how you can create that. So I go to my code editor, and just a minute, I'm going to close this one, source code. And so the first thing is I'm going to show you the files. And this is the index.html, style.css, main.js, and one have an image like this one. So we will use those files to create a model. So the first thing is I'm going to use CD and font awesome to display the cross sign. So I'm going to copy that and add it inside my page. Then the next thing is I'm going to add the Google Fonts inside my page. So I'm going to select that, and this time I'm going to select the pop-ins. So I'm going to select this one, copy it and go to style.css, paste on there, right? I'm going to decrease the size and I'm going to open with my empty project in the browser. So let's get started to work on that to create a model. So the first thing is I leave the class and use type will be button, and this will be click to open. This is a button. So the first thing is we need to manage it. I'm going to show you step by step. So first I'm going to use static. I already included the style.css and main.js inside my page. So the first thing is I'm going to use margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing will be 0. Font family I'm going to use pop-ins, comma, sans serif, right? Then the next thing is I want to display this one in the center of the page. So I call the body and call display flex. Justify content will be center. I use align item will be center. Justify content will be center, right? And we need to use the main height 100 is, right? So this is our button appeared inside the main page. Then the next thing is I'm going to target the button. So in the button tag I'm going to add also I'm going to add the body background color will be EDEF6 light gray, and I'm going to select the button and I'm going to use background color will be 45B39D. This is a blue color, and I'm going to use color will be white. Padding top and bottom will be 15 pixel, left and right will be 25 pixel, and I'm going to use border will be none. Font size will be 1 rand. Perfect. And I'm going to use cursor will be pointer, right? So this is our simple button. Then the next thing is we need to create a model content, right? So let's see. So I call model star model class. So inside there I'm going to create a div, assign the class model container, and then I'm going to create a div, assign the class model. Inside that model I'm going to create again div, assign the class model header. Inside the header section I'm going to use h2 and call user profile details, right? Then I'm going to create a div and assign the class model content. Inside there I'm going to use paragraph tag, lorem text, right? Don't focus on this time because I will manage it step by step, right? So then the next thing is I call modal footer. I'm going to use the button tag and assign, this time I'm going to use close. I use close, type will be button. So this is our content and those are buttons. So let's I think everything is perfect. Let's fix this one in the style.css, and the style.css, after the button tag I'm gonna select the modal container and I'm gonna use background will be RGB A. I will assign the light background in the whole page. I'm going to show you in a minute. 0.2 model container. Just a minute. I need to check that. Okay. Okay. I will use the position will be fixed and top will be 0, on left will be 0, height will be 100 VH, width will be 100 viewport, right? So this is the whole page. Then the next thing is I'm going to use the display property, display flags. Justify content will be center, right? And align item will be center. I want to display the model in the center of the page, right? So first I'm gonna style that, right? Then the next thing is I target the model. This is a complete model. Inside there have all of the content and everything inside there. But this time I'm going to select this one, model class, and I'm going to show you. I use background will be FFF. You will able to see the particular section, right? As you can see. Then the next thing is I'm going to use width will be 55 pixel and max width will be 100%, right? Then I'm going to use border radius will be 5 pixel. Perfect. Let's target the model header, right? So I call model header display flex and justify. Just this time I'm gonna use background will be 45B39D, right? And I'm going to use the color will be white. Then I'm going to use padding top and bottom 20 pixel, left and right 15 pixel. Perfect. And I'm going to use border top left radius will be 5 pixel and I'm going to use top right will be 5 pixel. Perfect. I want to display the icon in the right side, so I go to index.html and this is the header. I call use class fa class, right? But we need to manage it, so you need to go on your model header. So you just need to use justify content will be space between and align items will be center, right? Then the next thing is we need to target we need to add the image inside the content, so I call the image, right? So let's fix the image. I call the model content call image. So the first thing is I'm going to use a display block because this is the image, and once you use that, then you need to assign the width of the image. Then I'm going to use margin top and bottom 10 pixel, left and right auto. I want to display this one in the center. Perfect. I think everything is perfect, right? So let's go to model footer. So I also assign the class btn close. So the footer, so model footer, I use border top will be 1 pixel, solid DDD, and also we need to manage the model content, right? So after this one image, model content, right? So in the model content I use padding top and bottom 20 pixel, left and right will be 15 pixel, and also I'm going to use line height will be 2 rem to make a space, and justify content will be not justify, align item will be justify, to display everything in the justify. What is this? Text align, justify. Perfect. Let's work on the footer section. So model footer, and I'm going to use the color will be not color, I'm going to use padding top and bottom will be 20 pixel, left and right will be 15 pixel, right? So this is our model. Perfect. Let's work on the model footer -btn close. So the first thing I'm going to use display block, and I'm going to use margin. I want to display the button in the right side, so I call margin left will be auto, right? And I want to remove the background, so I use transparent, and color will be white, and outline I'm going to use 1 pixel, solid, and this color. Then I'm going to use padding top and bottom 10 pixel, left and right 30 pixel. Perfect. Also I'm going to use cursor pointer on there. So this is our simple model. Everything is perfect, but I also select the model header, and I tag, and I'm going to use cursor pointer also on there. Cursor pointer. So this is our simple button. Last thing we need to use hover effect. Model footer .btn -close, and hover the. Then I'm going to use background will be light blue, I mean green, color will be white. So let's see. Also I'm going to use transition all 0.3 seconds, and hover that, use transition 0.3 s, right? And also I'm going to use border radius 0.5 pixel, 4 pixel. So our model is ready now. So let's work on the model content, not content. Just a minute, I'm going to see model, this one. So the first thing is we need to hide that. So I call opacity 0, hide that, but I can't click on the button right now. So we need to fix this one issue. So you need to call pointer events none inside your model container. Then you are able to see, I'm able to see to click on the button now. Once you do that, then you will able to perform the JS operation. So let's see. I go to my index.html and I select, where's the button, this one. So I call the id open, and in the button, close button, I assign the id close, right? Then the next thing, you need to assign the id on the model container 2. You can write any name as you want. So we will use those IDs to manage the model. So the first thing, we need to get the data in JS. So I call let, this is my variable name, and we need to call document get element by id. Where you will get the id, I call open id. We need to get the id and we will generate the event with open id. So the next thing is, we need to target the model container, and we need to use same thing, document not get element by id. Where you will get the data, I'm gonna get the data from this one and paste on there. Last thing, you need to use this section, this is a close, and you need to get the close id from there. You will use them inside the JS to perform the operation, like display the model, close the model, and something like that. So the first thing is, I call open this one variable that I have used to get the data from open button id. Then I call add, just a minute, add document get element by id. Okay, add event listener, add event listener. Then I use click event. Then I'm going to use function. When I want to use this button, when I click that, then I want to display the data on the console log. First I'm going to check that it's working or not, so I'm going to show you. Click that. I can't see right now. That is open. Add event listener. So I think document.get element by id. Why just a minute, I'm going to check that. Right, open model document.get element by id, and perfect, everything is perfect, but I don't know why I can't generate the event. So I call again. Right, his variable. Okay, I will change the name. Then I think open model, this will be close underscore model. So I think it should be display open model, add event listener. Yes, on there it's working, I think. So let's try it. call function curly brackets and call console.log and write the text like working. Click now. Okay, just a minute. Where is the error now? Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. It doesn't open model at. Just a minute. I'm gonna check the call open model and use this one name on there. Then I think it should be. Yes, this is a working of the some text, so I just changed the text on there, and also I'm going to change this one text close model because this is a keyword I think inside the JS. So it's working now. Then we will able to work on this one section. So I call the model container, that is our variable on above, and I call class list and add show. When user will click on this one, then I want to make a class. Which class? Show class, right? So first you need to save that, and you need to go on style.css. In the style.css you will able to use this one class to display the model. So I have used where I used opacity on 0 and pointer event is none. So inside there I call the model container, this one class. Then I call the show class, which will create when user will click on the button, right? So then I call opacity of the content will be 1, and I call pointer events will be auto. This is a default setting of this one section. So let's check it now. As you can see, but we need to use another operation to close that, so I use same thing, but this time I'm going to use close model, and inside there I just use remove. Click on that, close now, click on that, close now. Last thing I'm going to show you how you can perform the close operation when you will click on this one cross sign. So you need to assign the ID on there, close icon. You can write any name, and you need to go on JS, use same thing, and I'm going to change that close icon, and we need to get the data like this one and paste on there, and use same thing. Inside there you just call this one variable on there. So it's working similar. I'm going to show you, as you can see. So this is our model. So very simple. You can click on that, click on that. So I hope you are understood as well all about how you can create a model using HTML, CSS and also JavaScript. I hope you are understood as well. Have a nice day.